Have you ever felt adrift? Like the ground beneath your feet is shifting, not from an earthquake, but from the whispers of uncertainty. That feeling is palpable right now. It's in the headlines, in the anxieties of friends and neighbors, and perhaps even in the quiet corners of your own mind. We're bombarded with talk of economic headwinds, potential recession, and a future that feels fragile. For months now, the narrative has swirled. Former President Trump voicing sharp criticism of the Federal Reserve, specifically Chairman Jay Powell. Accusations of being too late, predictions of economic slowdowns unless interest rates are slashed. It's a familiar pattern, a direct line to a specific way of thinking about the economy. But what does it mean? Beyond the political rhetoric, what are the core concerns actually shaping the financial landscape? We often get lost in the details, the percentages, the technical jargon. But let's step back for a moment. Imagine the economy as a complex engine, a finely tuned machine with countless moving parts. Now imagine someone constantly adjusting the throttle, speeding it up, slowing it down, without a clear understanding of the road ahead. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? A lack of consistent direction, a sense of instability. To unpack this, we need to hear from those who have been in the room where these decisions are made. People who have advised presidents, shaped policies, and witnessed these economic cycles firsthand. Today, we spoke with Art Laffer, a renowned economist who served under President Reagan and an advisor to President Trump himself, author of The Trump Economic Miracle. He's seen booms, he's seen busts, and he's not one to shy away from a direct assessment. I asked him a pointed question, a question I believe many of you are asking yourselves. What is the single biggest worry keeping investors awake at night? Is it escalating trade wars, the looming threat of a recession, the possibility of tax hikes, or the actions of the Federal Reserve? Only one answer was allowed. And his response was unequivocal: trade wars. He believes a breakthrough in trade negotiations, specifically, significantly lowering tariffs with Japan, Mexico, Canada, and crucially, China, could be a catalyst for significant growth. He painted a picture, almost unbelievable in its scope, of the stock market surging by 20,000 points. It's a bold claim, a dramatic vision. But what's the logic behind it? Think of global trade as the lifeblood of the modern economy. When that flow is constricted, when tariffs act like blockages in the arteries, it stifles growth, increases costs, and creates uncertainty. Removing those barriers, opening up those channels, is like releasing a surge of energy into the system. But it's not as simple as just signing a piece of paper. China, Laffer pointed out, is playing a hard game. They're signaling that countries who make deals with the United States might face repercussions, being cut off from access to the massive Chinese market. It's a high-stakes gamble, a dangerous game of economic coercion. He asked a truly resonant question: who in their right mind would give up the United States for trading with China? A question that cuts to the heart of geopolitical priorities. But Laffer's perspective extends beyond short-term gains. He emphasizes the long game, the need for a century of peace and mutual prosperity with China. Not through conflict, but through negotiation. He acknowledges the legitimate concerns about intellectual property theft and unfair trade practices, but insists these can be addressed through diplomatic channels. He believes former President Trump possesses the unique ability to navigate these complex negotiations, to forge a lasting and mutually beneficial relationship with China. A relationship built not on confrontation, but on shared interests. It's a compelling argument, predicated on a belief in the power of strong leadership and decisive action. But trade isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Laffer also addressed the growing murmurings within the Republican Party about potential tax increases. He described the emergence of what some are calling rhinos, Republicans in name only, who seem willing to consider raising taxes as a solution to economic challenges. He vehemently opposes this idea, arguing that tax increases stifle growth, discouraging investment and innovation. He referenced the cautionary tale of George H.W. Bush, who famously broke his "read my lips, no new taxes" pledge, and the political fallout that followed. The message is clear. Raising taxes is a dangerous path, one that could jeopardize the upcoming midterm elections and undermine the economic recovery. Laffer's conviction is unwavering. He stated he would campaign against any Republican who supported tax increases, even preferring to align with the opposing party. It's a stark declaration, a testament to his deeply held beliefs about the power of tax cuts to stimulate economic growth. He isn't shy about expressing strong opinions and making bold predictions. He revisited the issue of past trade deals with China, acknowledging they were violated repeatedly. The central question remains: how do you build trust with a nation that has a history of breaking its commitments? Laffer believes Trump has the capacity to forge a deal that sticks, a deal built on verifiable assurances and mutual accountability. He sees Trump as uniquely positioned to negotiate not only with China, but also to broker peace in Ukraine and the Middle East, and to manage the delicate balance around Taiwan. It's a vision of a world transformed by strong leadership, decisive action, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. Laffer painted a picture of a leader capable of achieving rapid economic growth, securing peace, and restoring American influence on the world stage. It's an alluring vision, a promise of a brighter future. But is it realistic? Is it achievable? These aren't easy questions. There are no simple answers. The economic landscape is fraught with challenges, and the geopolitical situation is increasingly complex. But Laffer's perspective offers a valuable counterpoint to the prevailing narratives of pessimism and decline. He reminds us that economic prosperity isn't inevitable, but it is possible. That leadership matters, that policy choices have consequences, and that a bold vision can transform the world. It's a message of hope, a call to action, and a reminder that the future is not predetermined. It is ultimately up to us to shape it. But what about the practicalities? What specific economic plan could unlock this potential? Laffer alluded to a price rule for the Federal Reserve, a policy designed to dramatically lower interest rates and unleash economic growth. It's a complex topic, but the underlying principle is simple. Stable prices are the foundation of a healthy economy. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to build a house on shifting sand. It's a recipe for disaster. Stable prices are the solid foundation upon which businesses can invest, consumers can spend, and the economy can thrive. Laffer believes that by prioritizing price stability, the Federal Reserve can create an environment conducive to sustained economic growth. He argues that this, combined with lower taxes and favorable trade deals, could propel the economy to unprecedented heights. His optimism is infectious, his conviction unwavering. He believes in the power of free markets, the ingenuity of the American people, and the potential for a truly remarkable economic future. But optimism alone isn't enough. It requires courage, determination, and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. It requires a leader who is willing to take risks, to make difficult decisions, and to stand up for what he believes in. It requires a nation that is willing to embrace innovation, to reward entrepreneurship, and to create an environment where businesses can flourish. As we navigate these uncertain times, it's crucial to remember that the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. It's a product of our choices, our actions, and our beliefs. So the next time you feel that sense of unease, that feeling of being adrift, remember this. You have the power to shape your own destiny, to contribute to a brighter future, and to build a world where prosperity and peace are not just aspirations, but realities. The engine is complex, the road ahead is uncertain, but with vision, courage, and determination, we can steer it towards a future worthy of our dreams. Don't simply observe the shifting ground. Help build a stronger foundation.